Hello and welcome to Up the Neck Lesson 7. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use the 7 chords and the protocol rules that kind of follow the use of the 7th chord. So, I'm up here in sandwich G position up the neck. To make this a 7th chord, I'm going to take my little finger off and put my middle finger behind it. I have to go to the 4 chord. That's the first rule of a 7th. If I'm on the 1 chord and I go to a 7th chord, I'm going to the 4 chord. So in this case, I'm going to the low 4 chord. To make that a 7th, I would do the same thing. I would take my little finger off and put my middle finger behind it. I could go anywhere I want on this 7th chord on the 4. It doesn't mean I have to go to any specific chord. However, if I go up to this 5 chord and make it a 7th the same way by taking my little finger off and the middle goes down, I have to go back to the 1 chord. 1 chord to a 1/7. I go to a 4 chord. 4/7 means nothing. Go up to the 5 chord. Make it a 7th, and I go back to my 1 chord. Make it a 7th. I'm going to my high 4 chord. To make that a 7th, I take my little finger off and put my pointer behind it. I'm moving that up to my 5 chord, high. To make that a 7th, I take my little finger off and put my pointer behind it. And then I have a 1 chord underneath. I'm just going to take this finger off here and bring the bar up. And that would be my 1/7 out of that position. Now, I'm going to go to a higher 4 chord. That's my 7th. Higher 5 chord. My 7th, and then I'm back at my 1. And it's 7th. So let's go through where these 7th chords are in this sandwich position and discuss the rules once more behind them. I'm on my 1 chord. I make it a 7th. I go to my 4 chord. I'm going to make it a 7th, but I could go where I wanted. But I'm going to my 5 chord now. I make it a 7th. I have to go back to my 1 chord. I make it a 7th. I need to go to a high. I'm going to my high 4 chord. Make it a 7th. Move up to my 5. If I make that a 7th, I need to go back to my 1 chord. I make that a 7th. I need to go to 4 chord, make it a 7th, doesn't matter. 5 chord, make it a 7th. I make it back to my 1. So let's go through that singular note-wise with arpeggios. 4 chord, 7th, 5 chord, 1 chord, 4, 5, 7th, 1. Again, 1 chord, 7th, 4 chord, 7th, 5 chord, 7th, 1 chord, 7th, 4 chord, 7th, 5 chord, 7th, 1 chord, 7th, 4 chord, 7th, 5 chord, 7th, 1. Now in closing, there's one other 7th I really like to use on the 1, meaning if this were the 1 out of that fingering, then of course my 7th is right behind it. Up to my 4, to my 5, to my 5/7, 1. Good luck and keep picking.